Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 22 rebuild. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, I personally think that this team, if they can get the right coaching, is a Super Bowl team. Now, call me crazy for that, but I think they are. First up, Justin Herbert. Going into the draft, I said that this guy will be better than Tua. I said him and Joe Burrow will be pretty solid. I thought Joe Burrow would be like a little bit better than Herbert, but technically, I think I'm wrong about that now. I think Justin Herbert is better than Joe Burrow going into the draft, though. I was not wrong. Justin Herbert was clearly better than Tua, picked right after Tua as well. Like, I just knew that he was going to be better. I have clips of it in Madden 20 that I might throw in this video. I don't know if I'll be lazy enough to do it or not, but I think Justin Herbert is clearly the better player over Tua, obviously, and over Joe Burrow. Like, I think he's better than Joe Burrow. That's just my personal opinion. I just think it's poor coaching. Austin Eckler, thank you. You saved my fantasy team this year. You were the only reason why I won, and I won $450 because of you. Thank you. I love you. You're awesome. Very much so. And yeah, he's going to be great long term. Keenan Allen, obviously amazing. Mike Williams had quite the breakout year this year. Just happened to have a breakout year right in his contract year, of course. Jared Cook, pretty solid, but obviously he's not going to be long term. Probably going to be off the team very soon. Same thing with Brian Bulaga. Some of the O-line still needs to be fixed. Rashawn Slater, easily out. Some people are saying Creed Humphrey is better than Rashawn Slater, and I would say that center is a harder position to play than left tackle. So I would say, technically, I'm going to say Creed Humphrey is better because Creed Humphrey was a later pick and he wasn't expected to be as good as he is. He wasn't expected or projected to be as good as he is. Rashawn Slater was projected to be as good as he is now. Not better than Penei Sewell, but he ended up being better than Penei Sewell. So, good job for Rashawn Slater. I personally think Creed Humphrey is just a little bit better just because it was a later draft pick. But, yeah. That's just my personal take on it. O-line is not really that horrible. Left side is mainly the strong point. Bulaga and I don't know who this guy is. O'Day Owalish is going to be gone soon, so I'm not going to worry about them. Looking into it, Kenneth Murray, why are you so far down this depth chart? You're a first-round pick. I need you. Asante Samuel has been a really standout for the Chargers this year. Chris Harris is going to be in the slot. I want him. He was going to be there. Jerry Tillery, how old are you? I know you're younger. Yeah, I always think you're so old for some reason with the name Tillery. Move Kenneth Murray, Chen Nwosu. Defensively, I'm going to move Joey Bosa down to left end here because I moved out of a 3-4 scheme. I moved into a 4-3 because it just works better in Madden, in my personal opinion, from what I've seen with the Baltimore's playbook. So let's move him down to left end. I feel like that would just work better. And defensively, going back into it, Chen Nwosu, I'll leave right there for now. Jerry Tillery's fine. Everyone else here is good. Special teams, Jerry Tillery, Chen Nwosu. Rush left end. Tillery's going to play rush defensive tackle. Making sure I got everything I want. I want Jalen Guyton as my slot. I like him a lot better. Mike Davis. Where's Guyton? This is defense. Jalen Guyton is going to be my third. I like all of that. I'm rocking with this team. I like this a lot. I think it could easily be a playoff team in year one in the simulation. So let's move to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-2 top of the division. That is amazing to see. Keep auto-generated rookies. Let's see what the draft class is. I like DBs, and Kavon Sheed is here. Floyd Cooper looks pretty good. Nice. Got the top projections there. Probably won't get one of them. But looking into the players ready to negotiate here, probably going to have Mike Williams. Yes, he's the very first one. And, of course, I'm going to need him back as I have the money, and he resigns. Chris Harris, obviously no. Linval Joseph, no. Jared Cook, no. Kazir White. That's actually going to be solid depth throughout this rebuild, so I will extend that. Salary needs improvement. Never mind. He's not getting an extension if he's going to be picky about his contract. Chen Nwosu, I like that. Cheap edge rusher, and he resigns. Austin Jackson, no. Jalen Guyton, depends how he does this year in the slot. I'm assuming he's already doing pretty good. Everyone else here is just a no, so I'm not going to worry about them. Anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move in to the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs to actually make the playoffs at 9-8. Raiders finished 10-7 and beating us in Week 18. That's kind of realistic how it was in real life. 9-8, but we actually slip into the playoffs this time. Stats and awards, let's see who we got here. We have, okay, nice job. Justin Herbert, 15th best offense. 26th best defense, doesn't make sense. 4,500 yards, 32 TDs, 6 interceptions. Great year. Austin Eckler, 16 TDs, 4.2 per carry, 1,100 yards. Another great year. Keenan Allen, 1,300 yards, 7 TDs. Jalen Guyton, 10 TDs, 1,000 yards. Mike Williams, 901 with 6 TDs. Jared Cook, or Austin Eckler, he should be getting a lot more receptions than that. Defensively, Kaiser White, 136 tackles. Kenneth Murray, 132. Tackles for a loss, 19 for Joey Bosa. Sacks, 15 for Joey Bosa. 5.5 for Linval Joseph. Interception, 3 for Chris Harris Jr. and 2 for Michael Davis. Safeties, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, I want to see what was the problem with their defense. It was the passing defense, as always, not the rushing defense. That's usually always how it is. Points per game is 27, so we're going to need a DB in the offseason for sure. Asante Samuel can't really do it himself, and Chris Harris is washed. So we lose to the Chiefs, our division rivals, 28-16. Makes sense. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's move to the offseason. And the Cowboys lose to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Mac Jones wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins league MVP. And there are no awards here for the Chargers. Let's look into the team to see if there is any development upgrades. Possibly Herbert. I don't think so, though. Herbert does not get it. Not really too surprised. Jalen Guyton, I'm going to give it to. You're not going to put up 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns in a season and not get at least a dev up. I don't care what you guys say. I think Jalen Guyton is actually a solid receiver. He has good hands. He's overall not horrible. He's there. He's there for them, especially with the competition he has. Slater only has star dev. I thought he would have more. I think Derwin James started with X Factor, didn't he? Maybe Superstar. I think he had X Factor. Kaiser White, I thought, would get a dev up, but I guess he doesn't. I'm not going to re-sign him if he doesn't. Chris Harris does get a dev up, though. That's not really what I wanted, considering he's going to hit free agency. So that's not very good. We're going to go into the re-sign players here to see who we have to re-sign left. Kaiser White is not someone I want back. I don't think there's anyone that I want to re-sign back. I think I already have everyone that I've already collected in the midseason mark. So we're going to go to the 2021 retirements here. We are the AFC West, I believe. And Chase Daniel, our third string QB, Andre Roberts. A lot of people retired, but 2 irrelevant players for us, okay? Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have here. Chris Harris, no. Jalen Guyton is a yes. Super cheap, going to be a long term. And I should have lowered that money. I shouldn't have given him 4.7. I meant to give him like 4.3, but I upped it too quickly. Whatever. He's paid now. Everyone else is fine. So now it is now time to move in to free agency, not the draft. And here we are after free agency as we got Marcus Williams, which is actually very highly predicted in free agency for Marcus Williams to go to the Chargers. So that's pretty realistic. Sebastian Joseph Day, Younghoe Koo, Dalton Schultz as their tight end. A little bit interesting move, but I like it. And Jamie Gilligan. So anyways, guys, pretty solid free agency, I would say. I'm going to move Nasir Adderley to defensive back. Let's move to the draft. In the draft, I'm picking up Will Nobles. I'm replacing Brian Bulaga. He's a left tackle. I'm going to move him to right tackle. Hidden development, 89 strength. I'm always good at developing offensive linemen. I saw all these A's and B's, and I was like, I'm in on that. I saw the DBs in the class. Only the top 5 ones were good, but apart from that, all of them were kind of garbage. So I didn't take that, and I opted to go for an offensive tackle instead. So this is the team after the draft. I moved Nobles over to right guard instead of right tackle because Bulaga is still playing there, so that's fine with me. And defensively, looking into it, the free safety that I drafted, he's a bust. I drafted him like really in the late second round. He's not that good though, unfortunately. We're gonna move Nasir Adderley down to defensive back. Thank you for actually loading game. And yeah, I was planning to take a DB. It's just all of them were trash. Trying to draft a DB in Madden and in real life in general is just hard. So we're gonna have to get some free agent DBs because we don't have the depth for that right now. And yeah, we're looking pretty good. Gilman, who is this guy? Yeah, I don't care about him. And we should be pretty good. Asante Samuel just is not enough for the DB number 1. I know he's good, but like he's just not enough. A 79 overall, we need more. AJ Boye is going to be one of those guys. We're going to sign him. Dante Hightower, no. But Joseph. Xavier Rhodes is washed. Quan Williams, let's go you. Because you were a hero in my Wheel of Franchise series in Madden 21. Let's sign Linval Joseph to one more deal. Let's just do that. I like that. We're rocking with that. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 2-5 bottom of the division. Nice. What's the problem? Everything. Just the defense is horrible. All right, I'm going to change that real quick. Derwin James, let's see what we got here. Obviously going to be a huge deal for him. And here he signs. Brian Bulaga, no. Nasir Adderley, I do want back. Super cheap deal. Let's up that money for him a little bit. And here he signs. AJ Boye, no. Quan Williams, Drew Tranquil, no. Jerry Tillery, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, he's not going to be horrible, but he's going to be 26. I don't think he's even going to make it to an 80 overall by the end of this rebuild. So with that being said, I'm going to trade away Jerry Tillery and get some value out of him while I have him. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Trade him away. I think he doesn't even have a high cap hit. Okay, straight up. I didn't expect that. Jerry Tillery, who I didn't plan to re-sign, for Byron Murphy Jr., a defensive back that I desperately wanted. And I got him, so I'm rocking with that. I like Byron Murphy Jr. He is now a Charger. And yeah, I need to change that scheme real quick. I'm going to go back to a 3-4, a base 3-4, and then see if the Rams playbook works with that. Base 3-4, and let me find the Rams playbook, and I think we should be set. Miami, New England, LA Rams. There we go. It was right behind Baltimore's. Let's go to defense. Byron Murphy, AJ Boye, Asante Samuel, Nasir Adderley. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with leaving Joey Bosa at that position. And Kenneth Murray. Nice. Just switch it up to a 3-4 because the defense is obviously the problem. So it's now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs as we finish 6-11. Our offense rushing game is the worst in the league, but we're in a passing scheme, so it makes sense. Defensively, 31st, 30th, 23rd. All right. Stats and awards here. Let's see what we got. Justin Herbert's doing great. It's the defense's fault. 17th best offense in the league, 30th best defense. 4,800 yards, 42 TDs, 17 interceptions, a little much. Austin Eckler, 17 TDs, 3.7 per carry is not good. Kind of a down year, in my opinion. 1,300 yards, 13 TDs for Keenan Allen. Jalen Guyton, 8 TDs, 1,000 yards. Dalton Schultz, almost 900 yards, 7 TDs. Mike Williams, lack of production from him, in my opinion. Looking into it defensively, Kenneth Murray, 130 tackles for a loss, 14 for Joey Bosa, sacks, 21.5 for Joey Bosa, interceptions, 5 for AJ Boye, 3 for Nasir Adderley, safety, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. So, yeah, I don't know what to particularly do with this team. It's time to move into the offseason. And in the Super Bowl, it looks like the Colts win the Super Bowl and Bobby Okereke wins Super Bowl MVP. And I was just thinking about using the Colts defensive playbook, so I guess I'll try that in this rebuild. Joe Mixon wins league MVP and wins Offensive Player of the Year. Okay, TJ Watt wins Defensive Player of the Year. Looking into the roster here to see if there is any development upgrades. I'm assuming Herbert would be an X factor after that season, and he is. That's nice to see. Schultz is now a star dev player, so that's awesome. Kenneth Murray is superstar. And that's all I see for this team. That is unfortunate. So I'm going to move into the resign players here, see who I have to resign. Yeah, I'm going to try the Colts defensive playbook and see how that works out for me, because right now this team isn't doing that really successful. I'm surprised that this defense is doing this horrible. But I'm going to move back into a 4-3 and stop moving stuff around so much. 2022 retirements. Let's see what we got for the AFC West. Linval Joseph retires. That's fine. And looking into the re-signed players here, players ready to negotiate. We have AJ Boye, Drew Tranquil. Nobody here that I want. That's fine. So it's now time to move into free agency with $32 million. Here we are after free agency, picking up Kareem Hunt on a super cheap deal. Why not just get a dual threat back with Austin Eckler and Kareem Hunt? If nobody was making offers, I might as well just make one. Super cheap deal. Sean Murphy Bunting as well at DBs. We have so much depth at DB. It should not be a problem. Let's get to the draft. In the draft, it looks like this guy's going to be a bust. At pick number 6, I'm picking up a right tackle, Nolan McIntyre, normal dev, 84 strength. Not a good pick. I will admit that. In the second round, though, we got a better guy. Left tackle Sergio Valiero. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hidden dev, 84 strength. So he's going to be our new left guard, is what I'm going to say about that. And yeah, or maybe he'll just play the offensive tackle while the other one will ride the bench. Now, here we are after the draft as the right tackle is only a 70 overall. This guy is also a 70 overall at left guard position. So this guy, yeah, he's going to be gone. Oh, yeah, I can get this guy for a lot cheaper. New left guard. That's nice. Got everything I want for offensively and defensively. What do we got? We're looking pretty good. Yeah, we're looking pretty good overall, I would say, defensively. Move back to a 4-3. Uchenna Nwosu, why are you playing over here? You're supposed to be a right outside linebacker. Specialist, what do we have? Like everything that we got there. I like all that. I'll do a third down back for Kareem Hunt. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 7-0 top of the division. Indianapolis defensive playbook. I'll keep that in mind. Breakout player, let's see who we have. We're going to have Marcus Adams, the rookie defensive end. He plays right end, but he's technically a left end. That's fine. That's fine. That's cool, I guess. And let's look at the players ready to negotiate here. I'm sure Herbert's here. Yeah, he shouldn't be here because we should get a fifth-year option. So I'm going to make the fifth-year option a thing because if I'm being honest, I'm not going to pay him because he should have a fifth-year option. He was a first-round pick. If you're a first-round pick, you should get a fifth-year option, but EA doesn't allow you to get a fifth-year option in Madden 22 because they're so flawless at making games. Anyways, Austin Eckler, of course, I want him back. He resigns. Kenneth Murray, he should get a fifth-year option too. I'm going to do that because it's realistic to do that. He should get a fifth-year option. He was a first-round pick. So I'm going to make him have the fifth year because I'm not going to pay him. Why would I do that whenever I have the fifth-year option? So he gets his as well. And if the game will ever load at any freaking year, I can get back to it. So I have to back out and go back in because EA's flawless game. Oh, well, why do you complain about the game all the time if you play Madden all the time? It's the only NFL game, all right? Everyone else here is a no. I don't want them on my team. I'm going to simulate the next week to see if we do get that breakout challenge against the Giants. They're 2-5. We should be able to shred this O-line. Come on. Breakout player. Oh, 2 breakout players. Find out what happened. Let's see what we got. Roll the red carpet, baby, because I have arrived. Did you see me out there? Dev trait upgraded for our defensive end. That's nice. We basically got a new Jerry Tillery. Now we got another breakout challenge here. We lost to the Giants. What did I say? Appreciate involving me. Keep throwing it my way. Jalen Guyton. Oh, Jalen Guyton has a breakout challenge now too. So we got our first loss to the 2-5 Giants. All right. Let's see if we can beat the Texans. I want to see this breakout challenge as well. And we beat them. We're 8-1. What do we got here? I didn't get it done today. Yeah, obviously you're not going to get 150 yards and 3 TDs, bro. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it's now time to move to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Raiders as they're 8-9, don't make the playoffs. We're 12-5, take the division. And what seed are we? Are we number 2? Yes, we are, behind the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm sure they have Marcus Mariota at quarterback, and I would bet my left testicle on that. Let's see. Steelers, Chargers, let's see who we got. Steelers, they have... It looks like I lost my left testicle. Preston Cobb. Oh, wait, no. I don't lose it. Technically, I'm right. They do have Marcus Mariota. Technically, I am right that they do have him. He's not starting. Preston Cobb is, but I get to keep my left testicle. Go me. Anyways, let's see if we can beat the New York Jets after we look at the stats. So, what does Justin Herbert have? Pretty good year. 7th best offense, easily top 5 QB, especially in real life. 7th best, 15th best defense works for me as long as it's not in the 20s. 4,800 yards, 41 TDs, 12 interceptions. Eckler, 16 TDs, 4.1 per carry, 1,100 yards. Keenan Allen, 1,400 yards, 12 TDs. Mike Williams, 9 TDs, 1,000 yards. Jalen Guyton, almost 1,000 yards, 10 TDs. Schultz, pretty solid. Eckler should be getting more reps. Kenneth Murray, 118 tackles for a loss. 12 for Joey Bosa, sacks, 15.5 for Joey Bosa, and 9 for Uchenna Nwosu, who's finally showing production. Marcus Adams, the rookie who had that breakout challenge, 8.5, doing pretty good. Interceptions, 4 for Derwin James. Safeties on team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move in to the divisional round and see if we can beat the New York Jets. They're 8-9, and we beat them 28-24. Ooh, it's going to be hard. If we lose to the Chiefs, I wouldn't be too surprised, but it'd be very upsetting to lose to them again. We beat them. Now we got to face Cobb, a 16-1 Steelers. 38-31 win against the Chiefs. So let's see if we can beat these 16-1 Pittsburgh Steelers to move on to the Super Bowl. Let's get into it. We are against the Steelers as it is 0-0, obviously. Now 7-0. Steelers are up 10-0. 7-10. Good stuff. 14-10. I don't know why we're punting on our opponent's territory. 24-10. Nice job. 24-17. You got this. Stop punting. Yeah, 24-24. And they make a comeback, 31-31. Let's go, overtime. Yes! 37-31 overtime against the Steelers as we knock them out. 16-1 is no more. Four touchdowns, 0 interceptions for Justin Herbert. Let's go to the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face the Cowboys. Man, I'm so excited to face the same team in every simulation. Let's look at the upgrades on the team. Offensively, we look the exact same. Unfortunate. This guy is only a star dev. Defensively, looking into it, Adams, I'm going to officially move to... I mean, he gets a skill point. Probably Defensive Rookie of the Year, I would assume. So let's do that. I'm going to move him to right end officially because Joey Bosa is at left end. So I'm going to officially move him over to his correct position over here. It's not going to really do too much, but to satisfy my OCD. So I don't like how EA flips them around. And Kenneth Murray was already a superstar. Everyone else here looks the exact same. We got a lot of depth at DB. They're all solid. Let's see if we can beat the Dallas Cowboys in the Super Bowl and see if we can get ourselves a win. And here we are in the Super Bowl as it is 6-0 and now 13-0, 3-13, 10-13, 10-16. Come on, we got to do something more than just that. It's like the Bengals Super Bowl right now. Go Rams, dude. Anyway, 17-26, 24-26. Okay, this is getting scary. Let's let the CPU play it. Okay, I'm going to hold on here, 31-26, because I know they're just going to throw a bomb and I'm going to get screwed by the CPU. I'm going to play Amari Cooper. Pick that off. Let's go. That's going to be the game. Thank you. Easy pick. That's easily the game right there. Continue. That's going to be it, boys. We're going to win it 31-26. And wow, nice game. Justin Herbert, 2-1, just like very similar to Dak Prescott on that game. Ooh, Austin Eckler going to get Super Bowl MVP. 115 yards, 5.2 per carry, 2 touchdowns. Very good game for him. I like that a lot. And, yeah, we are Super Bowl champions, and this is a successful rebuild. And here we are after the Super Bowl as Austin Eckler does win Super Bowl MVP, and there are no other awards here for us. So we are going to skip to the re-sign players because we already have seen the upgrades for the team. Or wait, who won the Defensive Rookie of the Year? I thought it was going to be the Marcus guy, but I guess not, or I maybe skipped over him. Either way, it doesn't really matter. 2023 retirements. Let's see who we have here. AFC West, no one of interest. Rodney Hudson goes back to the Raiders and retires with them. Looking to the players ready to negotiate here. Nobody else here that I have interest in. How much money do we have? $38 million. I'm going to participate in free agency. This is the team after free agency. I know you guys are saying, oh, you need money to re-sign Kenneth Murray and to re-sign Justin Herbert. It's the final season, so it doesn't matter to me. Got Miles Jack, Tyler Boyd, and Grover Stewart. So we're looking stacked. I'm probably going to end up picking up another depth linebacker in the draft, so let's get to it. And in the draft, I'm picking up Brandon Jensen. Hidden dev, 6'2", 243, out of UCF. He's apparently a left-handed guy, but I just saw him. C power moves and B play rack, and I was like, that's good enough for me, so I just drafted him. He's going to be fine. Now I'm just going to skip to the end of the draft. Here we are after the draft, fourth and final overlook of the team. Looks pretty good to me. Tyler Boyd is below Jalen Guyton, not Jailer. And it looks like Jensen's actually pretty solid, so I'm going to move him to right outside linebacker, actually left outside linebacker, so that way Uchenna Nwosu can flip back to right outside linebacker. Got to think ahead, you know. And unlike me scrolling back and forth through that menu right there, that was not thinking ahead. Defensively, Uchenna Nwosu, go back to your position. Thank you. I'm going to look at Jensen's development. I'm going to cheat because I don't really care. It's the final season, so I might as well just look. Doesn't really matter long term. So what does he have? Star. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with him having star dev, of course. And yeah, we look great. Of course, Joey Bosa and Derwin James are 99 overall. I don't understand how our passing defense is 26 in the NFL, but it's fine. It looks like Kareem Hunt is above Austin Eckler now. Specialist going into it. I like that flip-flop. And yeah, everything here seems pretty good to me. Adams is there. Okay, I like all that. So apart from that, guys, it is now time to move in to the playoffs, actually. I'm not going to go to the midseason mark because I don't need to re-sign anybody. Let's get to it. Here we are in the playoffs, not making the playoffs, finishing 8-9. Having the worst defense How did we have such a good defense last season, and then we improved it in the offseason, and now it's worse? Thank you, EA. It happens every season in the fourth season. 10th best offense in the NFL. 25th best defense. Nice. 4,800 yards, 32 TDs. Ugh. Maybe it's Justin Herbert with those 22 interceptions. Kareem Hunt, 23 TDs, 4.3 average, 1,000 yards, better than Austin Eckler. Mike Williams, 12 TDs, 1,300 yards, finally producing more in the second half of the season. Keenan Allen, 1,100 yards, 3 TDs. Tyler Boyd, 8 TDs, and almost 900 yards. Looking into it defensively, Miles Jack, 141 tackles. Kenneth Murray, 108. Tackles for a loss, 19 for Sebastian Joseph Day. Sacks, 18 for Joey Bosa, who's been very consistent. Interceptions, 8 for Miles Jack. That is amazing. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns, is 1 for Derwin James. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this rebuild. I hope you guys all enjoyed, because even though we did lose in the final season, we did win in the year before. So I'm in an absolute God squad. EA just doesn't like me. That's just how it is sometimes. Yeah, that's just how it is, unfortunately. Jensen, obviously a star dev, as we mentioned before. How does this defense get 25th? Makes no sense. I need a better playbook. Anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.